shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you were interested in picking up a channel membership for as little as $1.99 a month, head over to my channel profile and hit the join button to view all of the available perks. Thanks. So with episodes 13 and 14 of Crystalized having been released, this naturally means that a whole bunch of new theories have arisen. One of the main theories here being the fact that Harumi now has Oni power. It's a pretty big statement, and there is definitely evidence that is right in front of us that supposedly would make all of this make sense. But honestly, I completely disagree with this entire theory. Now, this subject and theory, I guess you could say, essentially says that when the Overlord revived Harumi as she was transcending in this period between life and death, the Overlord used his own power, which then enabled her to unlock this Oni-type power. And so anytime she activates her purple glowing eyes that give her these heightened abilities, this is a result of her newly found Oni power kicking in. Now, to put it simply, I disagree with this. Instead, I think that these big power boosts we've been seeing from Harumi, where she gets these purple eyes and can do crazy different things, an example of this would be fighting Lloyd and also pulling off all of the debris off herself in the falling building accident. That's this Oni power, apparently, but I disagree with that. Instead, I think that this is Overlord power in a way. I do not think that the Oni and the Overlord have a connection in the slightest. I completely disregard that. But I do think that some sort of Overlord energy / power type thing has seeped inside Harumi, and now the Overlord has this influence on her and is managing to possess her. I mean, just think, the Overlord seems to be a pretty good master at possessing people. We saw him do it in Season 2 with Garmadon when he essentially completely took over his body, and so why isn't the same happening here? And more evidence to back this up is that whenever Harumi starts to hesitate, we've been seeing slight glimpses of her hesitating towards her choices. I will have another video coming out soon discussing that more in depth, because I've got a lot to say regarding that. But I think that whenever she starts to slowly hesitate, or has quite strong emotions building up inside of her, I think that's when the Overlord manages to take over her body. She gets these glowing eyes and then gets a huge power boost. That's what I think's at play here. And I do not think that the Oni power or anything like that has anything to do with Harumi gaining these new powers of sorts that make her much more powerful. Instead, I simply think that's the Overlord's power. Now, while I think that this could ultimately be completely wrong, as of right now, in this current point in time, until we get any further notice, I think that this is what's going to be happening. But I mean, maybe it's going to be established later that this truly is Oni power. But again, currently, in this moment of time, I do not think this is related to Oni power at all, and is instead this influence that the Overlord has had on Harumi, and this is going to be discussed later, and maybe, just maybe, a redemption is coming for Harumi, but that is a topic for another time, and so today, that's just about going to do it from me. So be sure to drop your thoughts down below on all of this in the comments. I would love to hear some of your thoughts. As always though, if you did enjoy today's video, feel free to, of course, drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel for more very similar to this, and hit that notification bell so you guys can always be the first to watch my new videos the second they do release every day. And with all of this being said, I'll see you all very soon for my next one. Goodbye.